Punk Taco t-shirt.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Welcome.
How's it going, Franco?
Meanwhile, at the Hall of Justice.
And here we go.
Oh, yeah!
Welcome, everybody, to the Angrygeeks. I'm Louis Perry, and I'm having a lot of problems tonight.
We can hear you clear. It's just your visual.
I mean, yeah, we can.
Yeah, I know.
So.
I have
Dingleberry.
no idea what's that. Thanks, Sophia.
You're welcome.
Anyway, we got a lot of guests here.
He died. No, don't say that.
We did.
He's live.
We have a lot of guests here. Oh my lord.
Probably too many. That's why he left.
Oh no, not too
No. Oh,
No, I'm back.
He's back.
There he is.
many. He's playing peekaboo.
what are you doing?
I don't know. So for some reason, Google is not picking up the high def camera tonight. So I had to throw, before we lost our time for TV, I had to throw you guys all on, hit the intro because it was playing. And then, of course, nobody got their proper introduction. So Adam did not get his introduction tonight. And our guest did not. Adam's, I don't know, is that who is with us? The names are not even showing. Franco is not even showing. I mean, so
Yeah, the names are not there.
yes, I know. And I'm like having,
Very confusing.
you know what it is, Adam? You know what it is? It's because we did all this without Melissa. And that's what it is. Now, for those of you longtime listeners know that Melissa is Angrygeeks agent. She does a lot of our booking. And I kind of went behind Melissa's back tonight. And I did reach out because Melissa didn't have Adam's stuff. And I got a hold of Adam, said, Adam, I know you want to have been on for a while. Adam and I do have a long acquaintanceship, friendship from going back a long way. And we want to talk about Papercutz, which is part of Man Cave Studios. And I was like, Melissa, we got to get Adam on. We got to talk Flash Gordon. We got to talk about Smurfs. We got to talk about all this stuff that Adam's working on, plus his independent project. And then she goes, I don't have his contact info. I'm like, all right, I'll take care of it. And now I'm having all kinds of problems. It's Melissa. Guarantee it. Guarantee it. Anyway, what's going on, guys?
Salvatore.
Yes, I know.
Happy to be
What
here.
is... I am happy you guys are here. Before we get...
Just think about it. When we first met, this wasn't even a thing. This wasn't even possible.
True.
Right? So the fact that we have this technology and we're all in our houses and we're all healthy and we're all here, that's amazing. You know?
Yes. No, 100%. I get it.
There were years where I didn't see Franco's beautiful face at all. It was just unless I went to a convention.
Yeah.
Really?
Now I can see it anytime.
You can just skip over this. It's fine.
Well, with that being said, how did you guys actually hook up? Was it through Papercutz or was it through Mad Cave? How did you guys get together?
I've known Franco since I started publishing comics in 1990, late 96, 97. And I think we probably met at one of my oldest memories of you, and I have a photograph of us together, is at the Pittsburgh Comic Con when they used to they had the trailer full of McDonald's cheeseburgers they would bring us, stacked high. It was the only convention that ever fed us, as I recall, back in the day. So it was
Really?
around 97. You were doing your book, 98 maybe?
Yeah, well, I started doing mine in 95, so I was
Okay, so it's
around
probably
for,
96, 97.
yeah. So it's
Wow.
been a while. Yeah.
So yeah, we met then, and as well as our Baltazar, and there were others like in our circle, like Rich Koslowski, who was doing 3 Geeks, and Mike Bianco, a bunch of really great, talented, independent guys. All of us were just doing our own thing, and Franco and I became friends. We even traveled across country to Chicago Comic Con one time. Drove that 16 hours in a car.
So
we've known each other a
Adam,
long time, and when I got the job at Papercutz, I knew I had to work with Franco, so he was one of the first people I reached out to. I've been there just over a year now, and we started on this Flash Gordon Adventures. That's a whole story if you want to get into it right away, or we can.
Yeah, no, please let's talk about that, because that's one of the things I do want to talk about. I do want to talk about Flash Gordon. Now, before we start, Sophia, do you have anything that you would like to share with us tonight? Any unboxing? Oh my God. Okay. What? Hold it.
But why wouldn't you just get Funyuns? I'm
Yes.
so confused.
You have 2 for 1.
Oh my God.
True.
Okay. Now, did you have these before, Sophia?
I did. If you want me to get new snacks to try every week, I will do that.
No. No, not at all. Not at all.
I mean, I love Funyuns, so I'd probably love those.
Oh, you should try these. Oh my God, yes.
Okay. So are you going to try? Are you going to open those up and try them for our guest?
I have another one that's open that I can try.
Okay, do so.
Too. Smells delicious. Yes.
Now, okay. Now, what made you want to buy? Give her a snack budget, please. Jamie, do you think we can fit that in? A snack budget.
Why not?
Okay. So, Franco, would you eat those chips?
I don't eat anything that starts with the word funny in it. So
What? like the candy fun dip?
yeah, no, I don't think so. Because it has the connotation that it's gonna mess with me somehow because it's trying to be funny with me.
It's gonna make you feel funny. Yeah, I'm with Franco. Yeah.
Okay, so
and I love
Adam,
potato chips. Don't get me wrong. I love potato chips, but you get to a certain age and you can't just eat them like you used to when you were younger. So
It destroys your stomach.
they're not friendly to me. I love them. I could eat a whole bag of Cape Cod potato chips, but in one sitting. But I can't. I don't even buy them. I don't have them in the house, and they're dangerous to me. So.
Oh man.
Okay, so wow. Now, Jamie, you had just said to Ben that the 4K camera is working.
Yeah.
All right, so what did you try the chips that Sophia just had or no?
No, not the chips, Funyuns, the actual Funyuns.
Funyuns.
They're like fake onion rings. They're so good
That's
though.
a great selling point. Fake onion rings.
I don't know what they're actually made out of. It's probably all processed plastic, but they taste delicious. They're just they're shaped like an onion ring. They're crunchy rings that taste like onion rings.
Well,
Louis, you've never had a Funyun before?
Uncooked onion. It's
Right. Like, have I what?
No, Louis, you never had a Funyun before?
Oh.
No.
Really?
What?
No, I never did. No, I haven't. And I can't have them now. I got too many people yelling at me now. I mean, even Sophia's jumping in on the. Even Sophia's jumping in on the. You can't eat that. So no, I never had a Funyun. My potato chip is only sour cream and onion, salt and vinegar, plain, or barbecue. Those are the only types of chips that I've ever eaten.
I mean, you can't go wrong with salt and vinegar.
That's it. Those are the only ones that I have ever eaten. Let's talk Flash Gordon really quick, but again, before we start, Sophia, you do know who Flash Gordon is, correct?
No. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Jamie, you don't know who Flash Gordon is, do you? You do know.
She's looking it up. She's researching.
I am looking it up. I am.
I can see it.
I need, like, I've heard of him, but I need like a memory jogger here, you know?
Okay. Well, you worked with him at a convention, well, as I monitor, not the original Flash Gordon, but Sam Jones.
Okay.
Yes.
People doesn't remember what they do.
Okay, Flash Gordon was originally was a novel, became a radio program, and then a Saturday serial. I call it Saturday serial because it was 10-cent shows, a weekly Saturday. Like your grandparents, your parents would probably go to there, do a 10 cents, go see a weekly serial. And it was a cliffhanger, Saturday cliffhanger. Yes, Philip comes in and says Buster Crabbe was the original Flash Gordon. Guys, what brought you to Flash Gordon? Were you guys a fan of Flash Gordon, or were you a fan of Sam Jones's Flash Gordon, or the cartoon by Filmation? Because I did notice during my looking at the book, your version is actually wearing the same color scheme as the Filmation Flash Gordon. Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Yeah. I've loved Flash Gordon since I was a kid, so I would watch the Filmation ones and went back and watched. I saw some of the serial ones on TV here and there, but my introduction was really the Filmation ones in the movie with Sam Jones, and then went back and watched them all. So yeah, so the color scheme is definitely on purpose, and definitely the Filmation ones. And what brought me to this particular Flash Gordon was Adam, because he said, "Hey, you want to work on Flash Gordon?" I'm like, "Yeah, I do." And it's okay if you haven't seen or don't know what it is, because if you read this book, it gives you a nice intro as to who he is.
Adam?
Yeah, my first introduction was the movie. And then I went back. I was able to go back and see the older serials, the black and white stuff, the cartoons. But yeah, I think when did the movie came out in like 81 or something like that? So I was
correct. Yeah,
I was 7 years old. Yeah, that was my first that I could recall. I may have seen things not remembering, but
am I the only one that remembers the wow? Because I remember seeing the serial as it was on TV because they replayed them again, the cliffhangers. And am I the only one? Oh my God. Philip Rogers comes in. Jamie, what does Philip say?
His first intro was Defenders of the Earth.
Yes. Now that was fantastic. Now, Adam, we did talk about this in private at Alternate Universe, LLC, about Defenders of the Earth. We won't get into that. Can we or not?
Well, I don't work on it. We do have the book at Mad Cave. We reprinted the Stan Lee stuff, and then we have I think it's a mini series right now. I just read the first issue actually. I'm not sure if it's ongoing or if it's a mini series.
Okay.
But yeah, we're working on that as well as
okay
things with those characters as well.
All right. So I feel old. I mean, I real feel dated that I'm the only one that actually saw that. I know all the characters that you guys are working on.
Some of them, but like I said, I was like 7, so I had to go back. And we didn't have a lot of TV time. Also, like, we had to get up and change the channel. Remember, like,
well, yeah, but still, it's
with a million. And then, like, you know, you had to have the TV guide and know when something was on, and you had to like there was no streaming, and VHS tapes weren't a thing. So unless you saw it, you know, by chance, you know, it wasn't. At 7 years old, I didn't know what was on TV at any time.
Okay, well, in my defense, I learned how to tell time by TV. So seriously, I did, and I learned how to read by the comic books and TV guide. And I guess it's just I don't know, because you learn just choice words.
If you saw the serials first, did you like the movie as well? Was it a whole different thing for you?
It was a whole different thing for me. I mean, the serials were the serials were very they were cliffhanger. They set you up for like Indiana Jones. They set you up for things like that. The movie itself, when I saw the movie, at the same time Buck Rogers came out. Now they released the movie of Buck Rogers also on TV, but they released it into the theater first. But it was the same exact TV movie that they released, so they were both kind of cheesy. But I enjoyed Buck Rogers. I enjoyed the Flash Gordon movie. The soundtrack is phenomenal, of course, with Freddie Mercury and the rest of Queen. But I enjoyed the movie, even though the movie is one of the worst movies of all time. I still loved the movie. I thought it was great. Sam Jones is Flash Gordon. I know we had remakes later on CW and stuff or Sci-Fi, but it doesn't hold a candle to that. Right now, that is the only live action Flash Gordon that we have. What does that say?
Tyler wants to know if anyone's going to Northeast Comic Con this weekend.
I will be there. Yes. I will be there on Saturday hanging out. I'm bringing somebody with me. Will it be Jamie? Will it be somebody else? You have to wait and see. But I will be there in tow. Philip Rogers, Jamie?
Philip says he's familiar with serials, The Adventures of Captain Marvel, Commando Cody, Spy Smasher, and he's never seen Flash Gordon.
The Flash Gordon, I mean, it is real good, but I just think I can't compare the movie. You can't compare the movie to the serial. I don't think it's apples and oranges. Franco, do you agree?
Yeah, they're two totally different things. By the way, you mentioned Buck Rogers, and Buster Crabbe was on an episode of Buck Rogers.
That's right.
Way back when.
And Buck Rogers is a little bit older than Flash Gordon, actually. I think Flash Gordon was an answer to Buck Rogers because they wanted their own. So.
Yep. So, in the book, what character is your favorite to make come to life in your book? And what character from the Flash Gordon mythos do you want to bring to the book that you haven't brought yet?
Oh, I don't know. That's like, making me pick my favorite child. And I only have one.
You only have one.
So, yeah, I only have one kid, so that's an easy thing. Yeah, it was just a lot of fun, to create our own versions of these characters with their own personality. You know, Ming is a lot of fun just because he's, you know, not evil, but just, you know, kind of doesn't know what he's doing, you know, type of thing. You know, mischievous. And it was just a lot of fun to bring their, you know, their own idiosyncrasies and putting in their own, you know, personalities into this. You know, Dale has her own personalities, Zarkov and Flash, and all the extended characters. I don't think there's anybody that we myths that we want to bring in. I'd have to go deeper into you know, research to come up with an answer for that. But I think we put in everybody that we wanted to in this first.
Okay.
You got the whole main cast in there and all the secondary characters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's nice to see this. It's definitely a fresh take on the characters, and it's accessible to young readers. It's fun for adults to read as well that know the characters and see this different spin on them. It really is like a book for all ages. And there's a lot of humor, obviously, you know, with Art and Franco involved, but it really captures the essence of who the characters are, even in, you know, in their original forms. You know, Flash still wants to be a hero and do the right thing. And, you know, the rest of the Cat Ming is, you know, like Franco said, mischievous and evil. And so they captured the essence while putting a whole new spin on it and making it really fun and really accessible for everybody to read.
Okay, let's before we don't want to stay too much on Flash Gordon because we have other stuff plus your creator own projects. But let's talk a little bit about the art style. Matt Cave has two different styles of Flash Gordon now. I mean, now Papercutz is a part of Matt Cave, but let's talk. The other version of Flash Gordon has one art style. Your guys' version of Flash Gordon has a more kid-friendly art style. Is that because Papercutz is more geared toward family and friends? Which one of you two want to answer that question?
Yeah, Papercutz is a kids publication publisher. Mad Cave owns us. Papercutz existed before. We published books like Geronimo Stilton and the SMURFS, as you mentioned. So all the books that we do are for young readers of all ages, middle grade readers, and so forth. Am I still on?
Yeah, you're on.
So yeah. So when I came to Art and Franco, and you know, asked if they wanted to do a Flash Gordon, it was always going to be their thing, their style, and have them bring it to life in their way. And then the other Flash Gordon is, you know, for the older audiences, the people who know Flash Gordon and expect a certain look and a certain type of story. So with this, you never know what you're going to get, and that's a lot of fun. So,
all right, so let's talk three thieves. Now, I kept this away from the girls. I didn't want to send it over, but we do have a book. It's not really a type of book. Adam, do you care to explain Three Thieves and what it is that I got that I want to send over to the girls?
Did I send you a PDF of it, or do you have a print?
Yeah,
Okay.
What we have.
Three Thieves is a book that we're republishing it. It's a 7-book series by a phenomenal cartoonist, Scott Chandler. He did it quite some time ago, and I actually discovered it when my son was very young, when he was about 5 years old. We kind of discovered it maybe 3 or 4 books in at the library. It wasn't the type of graphic novel that you would find normally at the comic stores because they generally carry Marvel, DC, Image, that type of stuff. This was a different publisher, and just fell in love with it. Read it hundreds of times with my son. My wife read it. She loved it. So when I got to Papercutz, besides Art and Franco, Scott Chandler was another one on my list of creators I wanted to work with. And I reached out to Scott and asked him if he had anything new. And I knew he was working on a new series with First Second Publishing, which was really great. But he said that Three Thieves was available. He had the rights back to it. This is one of the original copies from the original printing. There's the new one. Let's see what else we got here. This is the original Tower of Treasure here. So
Right
that's
there.
that's our version right there, and we're republishing it. We have all kinds of that's the teacher's guide that we have there for the teachers. Lots of great stuff.
See, this is why I didn't send it to the girls, because it was an activity book, and I wanted to do the activity by myself. And I was like, because I know they would probably do it better than I did, so I didn't want to send it over because I know they would actually cheat. So
yeah, so for all of our books at Papercutz, we do teachers' guides. So when teachers buy them for their classrooms, they have a way of talking with the kids about the books and discussing the different themes and stuff like that. But yeah, Three Thieves is a great book. It's an adventure series about a girl named Dessa and two of her friends who get into a bit of trouble, and she's trying to discover who kidnapped her brother when they were very young. And she's trying. It's a mystery, and they're trying to solve, find her brother and find out why he was kidnapped. And it spans over 7 books. And the first book comes out in February. So
you have all 7 books, or just this one? Because I'm intrigued.
We have all 7. Yep, we're publishing all 7.
Okay, and they're going to be available in your local LCS, or?
Oh yeah, everywhere that books are sold, it'll be available. Yeah, it's a great series. It's really one of my all-time favorites that I've read over the years. So it actually helped make me aware that there are books outside of Marvel and DC and everything else. Started going to the library weekly once I picked that book up, and my son read everything. So really, proud to have that in our collection.
Okay, the next thing I hid from the girls is Adam. We lost your camera. Is Digital Lizards of Doom. Roy Rogers wants to know where we get. Does that say signed copies, Jamie?
It does, yes.
Okay. What could you guys tell us about the Digital Lizards of Doom?
Can you still hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Digital Lizards of Doom is from the creative mind of Gabriel Valentin, and this is all. Every book has a different artist, because it's kind of like part graphic novel, part video game, and so every book there's like a new reboot of the art style. So it's really exciting. It's a great amalgamation of graphic novels and chapter books, and yeah, it's I believe it's going to be 7 books as well. So it's a lot of fun. I think any kid that loves video games is really going to enjoy this book. And just in music, there's a lot of music involved in it. There's playlists that come with the graphic novels, and just it's a lot of fun.
So with the playlist, where did the song?
Sorry about that.
Okay. With the playlist, where does the music come from?
The writer actually comes up with setting up the playlist, and it's all his, from his creative mind and what he's listening to while he's writing the stories and what inspired the stories that he writes. So,
okay. Now you were saying, I am taking this whole thing over. And I'm going to let the girls talk in a second, but I tend to do this, and I'm so sorry. So sorry for doing that. Adam, I know as an avid comic reader, I know when the book changes artist mid storyline, it sometimes throws me off and turns me away from the book. Are you worried at all that might happen to some readers with Digital Lizards?
No, I don't think so, because it doesn't happen during the issue. It happens every book, and they address it. It's basically like the memory card keeps changing. The characters kind of break the fourth wall, and they talk to you, and they're like, who's changing the graphics card? Sorry. So somebody's always messing with the graphics card in the story, and that explains why the artists change. So, but I agree with you. Normally, when art changes, it frustrates the heck out of me. So,
Okay.
the way comics are made, a lot of times you can't, especially with a Marvel book or a DC book with deadlines and everything. We're kind of used to it, but
okay, Franco, do you have anything to add?
No, I'm not really involved with a lot of the other books because that's with Papercutz. So I'm just involved so far with the Flash Gordon book. I do have another book that they announced called Chase Speedington, which comes out later next year, and working on a couple other things. But I'm not really involved with those other books. So I'll add anything you want, but I don't know if it'll make sense.
No, go right ahead.
Franco
This
is
is
one of our star creators, and the Chase Speedington book is something that we've been working on a while, and I'm really excited that it's going to finally release next year. So it's really exciting to have that book. And yeah, and then we've got another one coming out. I don't think we're allowed to say anything though, Franco.
Yes, you can. Yeah, go ahead. Don't worry about it.
It involves ninjas and monsters though, so that's all.
Ooh,
Oh,
that's fun.
go right ahead, because I want to talk about one of Jamie's favorite subjects right now. And Adam, this has to do with you, but let's talk about tacos. And I want to talk about Punk Taco, and let's talk. I mean, it's one of my favorite things. Now, this is very unique for those of you that have not seen previous appearances or listened to previous appearances of Adam on the show. Talk to us a little bit about Punk Taco, and let's try not to get Jamie hungry. And
I had tacos for dinner, so
see, I knew. So tell us about Punk Taco. Now, Punk Taco is
talking about it now makes me feel old because when I started Punk Taco, my son was 5 years old and he's 13 now. So it was a book that I created with my son. I've told the story many times. You've probably heard it, but we were hanging out playing, and I kind of had this name rattling around in my head, and he thought it was really funny. I had no idea what it was going to be. I didn't think it was going to be a graphic novel or a song or something, but he thought it was funny and started coming up with all these ideas for characters. He started drawing sketches, and I had been I was 200 pages into a completely different graphic novel that I had penciled, and I was inking and coloring at the same time. And I said, you know what? He's only going to be young for so long. That it goes by so quick. For anyone that has kids, they know this. And I had to capture that moment in time. We were laughing hysterically. We were having a great time. And I committed to coming up with, I worked with him to come up with a story and help him format it properly and help him with the artwork. And we decided we were going to do, like a 56-page story. And we worked on it together for about 6 months. And I wasn't sure if I was going to pitch it around once I started seeing it all come together. Again, because I know how long it takes for some books to come to life. It could be a year before they see print. It could be 2 years, 3 years. And I really wanted to capture that moment in time. So between the time he was 5 and in kindergarten and 6 years old, we were able to write this story, do the artwork, and have it printed. So the first book came out when he was in the first grade, or just entering the first grade. And we did it all ourselves. We decided to self-publish it. And it's been a huge part of our lives. Right after that, we saw that people really enjoyed it. The first printing sold out. We did a second printing, and we won a Ringo Award for Best Kids Comic, which was amazing because being a self-published creator, those types of wins are very rare.
Mm-hmm.
Franco, oftentimes you're up against big companies that have, lots of people involved. And so for us to win, that was one of the, and I had my son there at the time, and, we went to the Ringo Award. So it was one of the best times ever. We immediately started working on book 2, which is out. It came out about a year and a half ago now. And now we're working on books 3 and 4 together. So and he's, like I said, he's 13 now, in 8th grade. And
That's
I mean,
awesome.
you guys all remember, most of you.
it's crazy because
when he was just a little guy.
Little guy, yeah.
So
the coolest thing that I have ever seen was sitting in Eric Yako's shop, one of our sponsors, and your son autographing a book. That to me, that was like the coolest of the cool to see him autograph that book. And I was like, I knew that kid when he was little. And here he was signing a book because a customer came in, bought the book, and he just like beamed as he was signing his name. That was the coolest thing of all time that I've ever witnessed.
So
and I was
this is one of the first Punk Taco drawings. Right
Oh, well, that's cool.
And yeah, as it developed, he got better, and then we, I helped him with the writing, as I said, and everything. And
because he was even doing
very proud of that, and he was. It was a great experience to create something with my son and to bring it to life. And Franco knows this because now he's creating stuff with your son, and it's really special to be able to share that experience with someone you love. I feel like we need a whole dads and sons comic section for comic conventions now, because there's quite a few of us that work with our kids.
Neil, come over. Calling my son. I was proud. I was very proud to see him sign that book because he was beaming, and he was doing commissions too. And I was like, wow, he was like rocking. Hey. It's not time for words of wonder. So, Jamie, why don't you explain what you're gonna do?
I'm going to say a quote, and then I'm going to name 4 characters that could have said this, and you guys are going to guess who said it. So, how others see you is not important. How you see yourself means everything. Was it A, Wonder Woman, B, Captain America, C, Black Widow, or D, Superman? You want me to read it again?
Yeah, because you got me on this one. You got me on this one. Oh my God. Say it one more time.
How others see you is not important. How you see yourself means everything. And you
Franco.
guys in the comments too. So was it
yes, please.
America, Black Widow, or Superman?
Well, it's A, B, C, or D. There's no E, all of the above. There's just one of those.
I'm gonna go with Cap. I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say Wonder Woman, but it could be any of them except for Black Widow. It could be I'll go with Wonder Woman.
Philip says Black Widow. We have a Wonder Woman.
I'll say Cap.
Cap.
I gotta follow my heart. I'm gonna say Superman.
That's your default pick.
It could be any of them. Yeah.
Sophia.
I'm gonna guess Wonder Woman.
That was actually Superman.
Okay.
Wow! Yes, thank you,
David. Says Daredevil. That wasn't even.
Wow! Wow!
That doesn't work because Daredevil can't even see.
Oh.
And that's why he writes funny books for kids.
That
was because he's funny.
Okay.
That's why I don't eat anything with fun in the
I just like shot from the hip with that one because it was like
right off the bat too.
I do. Yes, I usually do, but that one got me. And of course, all else fails, you don't mess with the S. And you gotta go with the S, And hey. Question of the week this week, as always, is brought to us by Alternate Universe LLC, where every Wednesday is New Comic Book Day, and you can get Adam's work there because he has Punk Taco right there. Matter of fact, back in, I think it was Free Comic Book Day, Adam was there signing, and that's where his son was signing and getting stuff. But you can get all of Mad Cave stuff there. You can get Papercutz stuff there, and you can even have Eric, if you live out of state, he will mail your books in a box flat, just like Stan Lee did back in the day. So just contact him, okay? Just contact him, and Eric will get you those books there. So, Jamie, what do we want to do? Do you want to do question 1 or question 2 first? Which one?
You?
Question 2 is going to go first. Sophia, which one of our guests is going to answer first? Is it going to be Adam or is it going to be Franco?
I will go Franco.
Franco, question 2. You're going to answer question 2 first. And guys, our audience, please answer question 2 first. Oh, Franco, when do you trim your tree?
What?
Ooh, that's kind of a personal question. No.
I'm assuming he meant Christmas tree.
Yes,
Oh,
yeah.
Christmas tree. Christmas
What kind of show is this? Come on.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
I was a little,
When do you-
I was a little confused there for a second.
I'm impressed they called it a tree, Franco.
Oh no.
I'm not. But since we're talking Christmas trees, it's usually Thanksgiving evening or the weekend after Thanksgiving. So usually the day after Thanksgiving.
Oh, Black Friday. Okay. Adam.
Yeah, we usually
When do you-
do it Friday. Although I usually trim my trees in the winter because I have an orchard, and the fruit trees always have to be trimmed in the winter. It's cold. As far as the Christmas tree goes, yeah. The day after Thanksgiving, Friday, or maybe Saturday, depending on if anything's going on. But pretty.
Okay. Okay. What is?
Wake up.
And Jamie, what was the first comment that came up? It was shut up really quick. Did you see it?
Yes. You don't want to know. You're too
Okay.
innocent for that.
And what was that one? What does that one say?
After Thanksgiving.
Okay, Jamie, when do you when do you trim your Christmas tree?
Well, it was usually like Black Friday or the weekend after, but since Jess moved out, I don't really Christmas anymore, so probably not because I didn't do a tree last year.
Oh, okay. Sophia.
So I don't trim trees. I have a fake little mini tree that I got from the Snap-on truck years ago because I what? Really?
Nothing. Okay.
I got a Christmas tree as a gift from Snap-on truck from buying tools.
Okay.
Was that
Okay.
outrageous?
We do ours on Black Friday afterwards, after we come back from shopping and stuff like that. And because we always buy an ornament every year, we buy new ornaments for everybody. So and I already got mine. I already bought an ornament. A brand new Elvis ornament for me.
Nice.
And do you do real
Yes.
trees or fake trees?
We got a fake tree. We have a fake tree.
What about
Yeah, and I got that's what I got. All right, question number 2. Adam, question number 1 rather. Adam, you go first. Oh. Okay, this one.
Might be as bad as the first one. Let's see.
This is the yes or no one. Is there someone you don't want to see this holiday season but have to?
I don't know if they want to put that on public.
It's just yes or no. That's all you have to answer. Yes or no. You don't have to say who. It says yes or no. Adam, yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Franco, yes or no? Is there someone you don't want to see this holiday season but have to? Yes or no?
Yeah, I'll email you my entire list.
Oh my God. Oh, Jamie.
No. There's
No.
nobody
What?
Aw.
I
Really?
6 hours away from everyone. So, no.
Oh, so you want to see me? Oh. Mm. Sophia. What? No. Sophia. Is there
Nope.
someone that... No,
Because
really?
I love everyone.
Oh, you're a regular Tiny Tim. And let's see. What is that?
Awesome.
Philip says it's okay, Sophia. We've had the same fake tree since 1986.
Nice. That's awesome.
Hey, Donald, how are you?
Donald says, hi, everyone.
Hey, Donald.
And
Roy Rogers doesn't want to see it.
I would have to say yes. Yes to that question. Yes, definitely. And yeah, that it is a definite yes for me. And remind me after we get off, I have to go talk to Cody. So yes, that is a big, big yes for me. And get ready for this.
It's now time for Quiz with Quimcell.
That was interesting.
As always, this is going to be interesting. The one and only Sophia. Sophia, tell us about Quinzel.
Hello. We do a trivia question with multiple choice. And the question for the week is, which superhero cannot transform back into the human form anymore? A, the Incredible Hulk, B, Jacob, or C, the Thing?
See that? No. This okay.
What?
No. I have a flaw in your logic, young lady. Franco.
What?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Franco, you can go first, my friend.
I'm gonna go with Thing because I don't know who Jacob is.
Okay. Adam.
I'm 100% with Franco. I don't know who Jacob is, but I'll say the Thing for sure.
Okay.
Unless I'm
and Jamie.
I'm with the other two because I have no idea who Jacob is.
Okay. So I'm going to say I could say Jacob. I could because the Thing.
Jacob?
The Thing. Now let's talk about the Thing for a second. Depending on what you talk about, the Thing had the Thing actually had a cartoon where he was able to change back and forth because he was a young teenage boy that had a ring, and he said, "Thing, ring, do your thing," put the things together, and he turned into the Thing back and forth. So, with that being said, and yes, it was done by Marvel, and it was produced by Stan Lee. So, I don't know. I'm going to say Jacob. Or all of them.
Who is Jacob? Do I need to bust out Google?
Franco, you
Sophia.
You should know all the characters.
Sophia.
The
You own
answer
a comic
is
store. You should know every character.
Sophia.
the answer is the Thing.
No, you're wrong. Thing, ring, do your thing.
It's not the Thing.
I thought the trivia question was.
Yeah, who's Jacob?
Who's Jacob? Yeah.
Hey, hold on. What does Philip Rogers says?
He knew you were going to bring up that bloody cartoon.
No, does anyone else besides Philip know about that cartoon? Adam, do you remember that cartoon?
That version, no.
Yeah.
Yes, it was on NBC Saturday mornings. I think it aired roughly around 9 a.m. It was a skinny guy, kind of looked like Marvin from the Super Friends, and he would just get the two things, a thing, ring, do your thing, and put them together. Lasted one season because it was bloody awful. Thank you very much, Philip. It was horrible. Absolutely. It was worse than Herbie the Robot on the stupid Fantastic Four cartoon. And it was so even though they made Herbie canon after a while, I don't know who in their right mind talked then again, it was the 70s. Who talked Stan Lee into saying, "Hey, let's give Ben Grimm a ring, make him a teenager, And here you go. Lord comes in. What? That's a lot of words, Jamie, and they're very small.
Didn't Mr. Fantastic cure the thing at some point, but he chose to change back because he couldn't help save people anymore. So the technology exists for him to change back and forth.
Ah,
Yes.
okay.
Yes, it does.
It was a ring, basically.
Something about doing your thing, ring.
Very good. Very good, Franco. That was awesome. Franco gets 10 points for tonight because that was fantastic. That was a great answer. That was a ring. Lord wants to know what? The real question is, who is Jacob? Jacob Marley.
Because there's also a Jacob Shaw that was an enemy of the X-Men.
Poor Sophia, though. Her face was like, it's not the thing.
Well, because you have to get all technical.
That's my job. I have to impress our guest.
He's a 4-foot-tall human mutate member of the Hellfire Club.
There you go. All right. So, Adam.
Yeah.
Did you volunteer? You're welcome. Did you volunteer to edit the Smurfs, or was that something that was brought to you? If it was brought to you, what was your reaction?
Well, when I was offered the job, I was asked what titles I would be interested in working on, and Smurfs was one of them, and I volunteered. Yeah. So at the time, actually, there was another editor that was handling it, and he handed it off to me when I came into the company. So it took a little while for me to transition because there was a lot of history. Even though I enjoyed the Smurfs as a kid, I wouldn't consider myself a hardcore fan. I didn't know all the lore or anything, but there are hardcore Smurf fans out there, and they really know their stuff. So it's taken me a while to catch up and learn everything, but we're doing well now.
All right. So are the books based on the movie or the original cartoons?
We reprint all of the original Smurfs comic strips. We don't do anything with the cartoons. The cartoons were based on some of the original comics.
Okay.
But right now we reprint the original comic strips in various forms, and then we are about to release our first archive series, which is we're reprinting the Smurfs comics in order for the first time. They've always been reprinted in like kind of pieces, never in actual chronological order. So this is the first time that we're doing that, and in the United States. Yeah.
Awesome.
It's pretty cool, and they're big hardcovers and span multiple years. So if you've ever seen like the Peanuts collections, I think ADW does them. I think, they're really beautiful books. But this is going to be like that. So we just sent the second volume to the printer, which is pretty cool.
Nice. Franco, after Flash Gordon, what project would you like to work on for Papercutz? If you could bring a property in, a property from your childhood, a property that you want today's kids, today's new readers to read, to be acquainted with something that touched your heart, what would you suggest? What would you like? I like that smile that was on your face. That was like something else. What would you like? What would you like to bring?
I can't talk about it because I just had this conversation with Adam over the weekend, so we can't talk about that. I can talk about the two projects I have coming up, which are creator owned, which is Chase Speedington and Ninja Kaiju. But other than that, I'm gonna just I'm gonna say I can't talk about it because my editor's sitting right there. So
I can boot them.
It's like an exclusive. Like we can't talk about it, but we are working on something. But Franco, to flip that, like out of the properties that we have that you aren't working on yet, like what would would you be interested in doing like a SMURFS or something else that we have?
Yeah, I'm just a fan of comics in general, and I like all of those things. I used to watch the Smurf cartoons. I have to admit, I never read any of the comic strips, but the Smurf cartoons that you guys have, and Flash Gordon was a big one when you approached us about Flash Gordon. So that was a big checklist off the bucket list. So yeah, I'm gonna go with my original answer and say we talked about it this weekend, and
That's a good answer.
maybe you'll see something soon. Yeah.
The great thing about the Flash Gordon story is, I had been pretty new to Papercutz at that point. I think I was only working there like a month, and I actually didn't know we had Flash Gordon until after I started, and it was only the traditional Flash Gordon. I had no authority whatsoever to do a Flash Gordon book, and I went to Art and Franco and I said, "Hey, you guys want to do a Flash Gordon book?" And they at Terrificon.
Yeah.
And they said, "Hell yeah." And so then I went to my bosses and I said, "Hey, can we do a Flash Gordon book?" And then we made it happen. So I kind of bullied my way into editing a Flash Gordon book. Luckily, because I know, two of the most brilliant cartoonists, in comics today. So having Franco and Art, jump onto that idea, it was really an awesome thing to happen, and I can't wait for everybody to read this book and see their stories, read their stories, and see their artwork. It's a lot of fun. So, and we're just getting warmed up. So we have a lot of really cool projects with both Franco and Art coming through Papercutz, and there's going to be a lot of great things for kids to read as well as adults who just love to read something lighthearted and funny. Even stuff that, we're working on stuff that's a little deeper and has, there's something for everybody. So, yeah, it's really going to be a really exciting few years ahead of us. We've got a lot of projects we're working on.
Awesome.
All right, before I drop a property,
yeah,
I want to apologize to Jamie and Sophia for taking over this entire show tonight and screwing things up technically in the beginning. So I apologize to both of you. Sorry about that, and I'm sorry for talking so much tonight. To our guests, how about like a Dick Tracy adventure? How about that? I mean, that sounds pretty damn awesome to me. Get some of the younger readers into The Man in Yellow. I think that would be pretty cool.
That could be cool.
It could be, right? You go the same route as Flash Gordon. I mean, Mad Cave does have Dick Tracy. Dick Tracy's hot right now. It's a hot book. Yeah. And we can't even get... I mean, we had the creators, the creative staff booked twice, and they had to cancel because they are so hot. And yes, definitely Dick Tracy. So before we wrap up, first, happy Thanksgiving to you both.
Thank you.
Make sure you trim your Franco, trim that tree. All right. I've been hearing things.
All of them. Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Franco, please tell everyone where they can find you. And what's that? SMURFS? I can't see it.
We were talking about that in Rhode Island.
That's so great. Yeah. Because
Yes, we were. The three of us were. We get royalties because we brought it up. Anyway, Franco, please tell everyone where they can find you online if you offer commissions. Please tell them where they can find you on social media. What's your lead time for commissions if you offer commissions, and just where they can find you to say hi. Go.
Yeah, I'm at blindwolfstudios.com. You can search me there, or just Google my name, Franco, artist, comic book. I'll come up, but I'm Franco on social medias, most social medias. I do commissions. Just contact me and we can talk about it. And yeah, everything's on my website, blindwolfstudios.com.
All right, Adam, you know the drill.
Yeah, you can find me all my social media is just my name, Adam Wallenta, or The Real Punk Taco. I also have one for that. And you could go to punktaco.com for all the Punk Taco books. Yeah, just do a search. It's real easy to find me. And also this Saturday, I think we're having a book release party. Are we still doing that?
Yes.
At Oh Yeah Comics in
Harrison, New York this Saturday. Adam and I will both be there.
Yeah. So Franco's going to be signing books for everybody, and we'll get to see it for the first time in print. Have you seen it in print yet?
No, I was kind of
No.
hoping they'd send me one, but I'll get one on Saturday.
I figured you went by the store. Maybe you'd had an early copy.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to. Yeah.
Sophia.
Hi, you can find me, Sophia Cormier, on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube.
All right, Jamie.
Everywhere at that WonderWoman.1.
And you can find, and you can find all three of us right here every Monday night live streaming through the Video Scope, then on Amazon, on Roku, on the Pod TV. Find us wherever your favorite podcasts are found. If you want to listen to us, find us on your local public access television stations. If we're not there, just call them up and tell them, hey, we want the Angry Geeks. You can find Sophia and I and somebody else, maybe, you never know, at Northeast Comic Con this Saturday. Sophia will be there all 3 days. And then Milford, Connecticut will be there. I forget when, but you can see it because it's there. Donate food for dogs and cats and all your things for the holidays. Make sure you go there. We're going to be with Ninja Turtle artist Ben Bishop. Happy Thanksgiving to all you guys and my sister dear. Yes. My sister, I love you, and I'll text you during Thanksgiving. Be safe, everybody.